Welcome to the Alive Loren Podcast, the place celebrating juicy, soulful, whole living, loving, adventuring. Gosh, celebrating the smiles and the frowns, the frustration and the elation. Just the whole mixed bag, just like we love the twists and turns of some ingenious plot to bring that same level of love and appreciation for the roller coaster of life. I saw this clip about a Japanese man who was inspired to create a restaurant of mistaken orders because he felt upset to discover with dementia patients how many are actually isolated from society. And a young man, Japanese young man, who envisioned like a more inclusive society and actually set up this, it was a pop-up concept store. I don't know what happened after or if it's developed into something more, but the bit that I saw was, so it's this restaurant of mistaken orders. And it's really about including dementia patients like in society and increasing the awareness and tolerance and kindness. Because you go to the restaurant knowing that most likely you're not going to get what you ordered. But it's about shrugging it off and enjoying it anyway. And I didn't think I'd get emotional sharing about it. In the clip that I saw, there's also a husband and wife couple where he plays the cello and his wife plays the piano, and he'd always dreamed of marrying someone who played the piano and he could play the cello, and she was diagnosed with early onset dementia. She stopped doing a lot of things and feeling there was not much point to life, and he really asked her to carry on playing, and they come to this restaurant of mistaken orders and play. And sometimes she gets to a certain point in the song and she has to ask him to start over. And you see this clip, you just see there's so much laughter and goodwill amongst everybody in the restaurant. And it's, one of the women discovers that her waitress is 90 years old and so is her mom. And she comments that her mom just doesn't feel like she has much purpose and it's the end of the road. And this 90-year-old waitress said that before she worked there, she felt the same. And this woman asked if they could take a picture together, and she was only too happy to. So they say that when they took like some percentages and did some analysis, like 37% of the orders came out wrong. But 99% of the people left very happy. And in the little clip, I know it's a parable you've probably heard before. I just enjoyed hearing it again, just how everything contributes in its own way. And the parable of the woman or man who has two water jugs and carries water from the well. And the one on either side of a pole across their shoulders, and the one is new and does an excellent job of returning full with the water back home. And the other one is old and aged and has a leak. And when it arrives home, it's like half the amount of water, if that. And one day, the older pot is very upset by this and very apologetic and just apologizes for all the times that it's not able to bring back a full jug of water. And the woman turns around and says, "You see, take a look at the path on the left side. See all those flowers? Those are all the flowers that you water on the way back. So every day my walk to and from the well is filled with beauty and fragrance. Just that everything in its own way has something to contribute in its own way. And if we can broaden our definitions and expectations and what's acceptable and a whole new world opens up. So today is a very kind of short to quick one. And I found that very moving. The restaurant of mistaken orders. So precious heart, here is to more tolerance and kindness, and when we get maybe something that we don't expect, maybe sometimes it's just still been done with genuineness of heart and willingness and wanting to create something beautiful and meaningful, and to still enjoy it nonetheless. Here is to more sensitivity and inclusion and recognition of the beauty and the value that's added in many different shapes and forms. Happy adventuring until we meet again.